good morning everyone. Elsie Normington here from Merkinch Community Centre, and here we are with another Monday morning message from the centre, and it's now week 29 of our closure. As we all know, we heard the news last week on the pandemic and further restrictions have been brought upon us. So this morning I want to have a chat with Anne McCreadie. Good morning, Anne.
Good morning, Elsie.
It's nice to see you. And how do you feel about this latest news that we've just heard
It's devastating news. We were thinking of opening up in just 2 or 3 weeks' time, and now we're looking at possibly another 6 months.
Oh dear me. So we've already had 6 months of the pandemic, and I'd like to ask you today, Anne, how have you been coping over the last 6 months?
Initially I was coping very well. The whole thing happened very quickly. We were told more or less to leave the centre in an afternoon. So there's a lot of work to be carried forward at home from there. And I had the mail redirected to my house, so I had a lot to keep me occupied in the early days. And the time passed quite quickly, and along with yourself we were trying to keep in contact with all our members. Because you did 2 mailings, didn't you, to hundreds of people?
Yes, absolutely, because we did think it was only going to be maybe for 6 or 8 weeks.
8 weeks,
and thinking about how we would send cards to everyone just to keep in touch.
And lots of phone calls.
Yes.
So the time passed really quickly initially, but then now as the days are getting shorter, it's getting dark early, I'm beginning to find myself getting bored. No, I was caught really well in the beginning, but now I'm seeing maybe a change, and the fact that we've not got that date to look forward to anymore. However, we'll carry on liaising with High Life Highland. The health and safety officer has been in getting the various checks done, like the ventilation and heating and the water. Hopefully something positive will come out of it.
Yeah, I hope so, absolutely. Well, I suppose that takes us on just to the next question about what do you feel you've learned? I know you're getting on in years, Anne,
Yes.
but what do you feel you've learned during this whole experience of 6 months and lockdown and so on?
Oh, I feel I'm learning something every day. I mean, the main thing is not to take anything for granted. Yeah, I obviously took it for granted. I've been at the centre every day all through the summer. We'd be planning June Jamboree, Christmas concert, so many things we had lined up. So you just can't take anything for granted, and you have to take each day as it comes and embrace every day.
I think that's really important, just being able to take every day as it comes and actually embracing every day. And I guess that just takes me on to my last question, Anne, as to what's really important to you in your life.
In my life, it's sort of making new friends and meeting new people from all walks of life all the time. And obviously family, friends are so important. And my health is important because during the lockdown, I was suddenly whisked away to Rigmore at 5 o'clock in the morning, thinking I was perfectly healthy, and taking for granted the fact that here I am, this healthy 80-year-old, and finding I was really quite poorly. So health is so important.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what would you say to all our customers today as we finish our little interview? What would you say to them as we face more restrictions and uncertainty? What would your message be to them?
I think my message was, don't give up hope. I think there is light. If you think about yesterday and the terrible weather it was on the Tuesday of last week, the rain and the drizzle, it was a horrible, dull day. Then on Wednesday, the sun was out, the skies were blue, and it was a wonderful sight just looking out of the windows.
So thank you very much, Anne, for that message just about keeping hold of hope, staying optimistic and looking for that light at the end of the tunnel. So thanks very much for watching this morning, and we'll see you next time.